Flags raised for our opener, 7 runners coming forward, and we're underway with this Aidan Brophy and Tallis & Co. Ltd 4-year-old mares Maiden, and unsurprisingly in the testing conditions, the 7 runners setting off at a steady tempo. Iron Empress is one of the first to show with Whiskey on the Rocks. Eve Nirvanis is on the inside with Get to Marju. Align the Cosmos, the two Marys, and Silver Hill Freya is at the back of the field. So leaving the ground at fence number 1, Get to Marju touches down with the narrow advantage. The 7 runners all safely negotiate that opening obstacle as they turn left-handed, and with the second fence being omitted, they have a long run before they get to what is the new second fence, the cross fence on the approach into the home straight. And as they turn into the back straight, it's Get to Marju in the centre, green and black colours with the yellow cap. Races has got to get Eve Nirvanis on the inside and the green and red stripe sleeves. As the field turn into the back straight, Iron Empress is on the outside of these, this trio disputing the advantage as they continue the run down along the back straight. Behind that front trio is Whiskey on the Rocks in the dark jacket, is on the outside of the grey, Silver Hill Freya. Align the Cosmos is behind these, and the change of colours to your race card, the red jacket, and that one races in front of the two Marys in the black and yellow colours. So weaving their way around the wet ground, they now head through the gap and continue this run towards the end of the back straight. They'll be turning left-handed before closing in on fence number 2. And it is Iron Empress on the outside in the hands of Finney Maguire, who was in action in the Midlands National over at Uttoxeter yesterday. Get to Marju and Shane O'Rourke between rivals. The green with the yellow cap. Eve Nirvanis and Barry O'Neill's on the inside as this trio go out over fence number 2. No problems for the 7 runners. The two Marys is still the back marker line. The Cosmos is the one immediately in front of this with Eve Nirvanis as they turn left-handed, heading on their way towards fence number 3. Get to Marju, looking to give Gary Murphy back-to-back victories in this opening contest, has the advantage now of just under half a length as they close in on fence number 3. It's got Iron Empress and Eve Nirvanis on either side. Behind these races the grey, Silver Hill Freya for Jack Hendrick and Cormac Doyle. They race on the inside of Whiskey on the Rocks and Barry Stone as they go out over fence number 4. Align the Cosmos and Harley Dunn is on the outside of the two Marys and Cal Shine. So less than 8 lengths would cover these 7 runners who have the opening circuit under their belt. They're on their way towards fence number 5, and it's Get to Marju who still has the advantage, with Eve Nirvanis on the inside and Iron Empress on the outer. Front trio safely out over it. Align the Cosmos is at the back of the field in company with the two Marys. So the field continuing at this steady tempo. They turn left-handed with this long run on the level before they leave the ground at fence number 6, heading towards the halfway point in our opener, this Aidan Brophy and Tallis & Co. Ltd 4-year-old mares Maiden. And Get to Marju has got company once again with Eve Nirvanis back alongside on the inner, disputing the advantage. Iron Empress has dropped into a clear third position, is just 3 parts of a length off the front pair. They're being followed by Silver Hill Freya now through into the 4th position. Cormac Doyle, fresh from saddling a double at Lingstown last weekend, races then in front of Whiskey on the Rocks. This one's in front of Align the Cosmos as they just head towards their right, and the two Marys is still at the back of the field in the black and yellow colours. So continue the run down along the back straight. They'll shortly be turning left-handed before they close in on fence number 6. And as they do, turning left-handed, it's Eve Nirvanis and Barry O'Neill for the Colin Bow stable in the Walter Connors colours on the inside of Get to Marju on the outer. Pressure separating that pair as they go out over fence number 6. Good jump by Get to Marju. emerges from it with a half-length advantage. Iron Empress is still in a close third position. They race in front of Silver Hill Frey in fourth. She's on the inside of the dark jacket for Whiskey in the Rocks. Aligned the Cosmos and the Two Marys continue to fill the back two position. So closing in on fence number 7, which is 6 from the finish, and as they go out over it, the Precious separated the front pair. Even Nirvana was pecked ever so slightly on landing on the inside of Get to Marju, but there was little momentum lost as a result. Iron Empress is still in third, with Silver Hill Freya behind these as they go out over the fence, which will be the last in a circuit's time. On the outside of Silver Hill Freya races Whiskey on the Rocks. Aligned the Cosmos, and the back marker is still the Two Marys. So heading on their way towards the fourth last fence in our opener, and Eve Nirvanis and Get to Marju racing with Precious Little separating as they went out over it. Not particularly fluent, the Two Marys at the rear of the field, but as they take the bend away from that fourth last fence, Get to Marju and Shane O'Rourke has got the narrow advantage over Eve Nirvanis and Barry O'Neill on the outside, and that pair have been prominent, filling the front two positions throughout. Iron Empress sits in a close third in the pale purple colours. It's got Silver Hill Freya on the inside. Whiskey in the Rocks is between rivals in the fifth position. Aligned the Cosmos and the Two Marys. The 7 runners are very tightly grouped as they continue this long run on the level before they get to the third last. On the inside, Get to Marju, bidding to give Gary Murphy back-to-back victories in this particular contest. Is on the inside of fellow newcomer Eve Nirvanis. Third position for Iron Empress. Aligned the Cosmos tries to improve her position. She's come through into fourth in the change of colours, the red jacket. Whiskey in the Rocks is next. The Two Mary. Silver Hill Freya is the one that hasn't been able to pick up. She's quickly dropped to the rear of the field. But up front, the first 5 are very tightly grouped. Eve Nirvanis on the inside of Get to Marju, who's pushed along as they run on their way towards it. Iron Empress is the one that looks a danger to Eve Nirvanis. They go out over it, and as they do, the Two Marys came down. Get to Marju is quickly stopped to a trot, won't go much further. Silver Hill Freya pulled up before that third last fence, and it's all change up front because Aligned the Cosmos and Harley Dunn has the narrow advantage over Iron Empress in the second position. They're being followed by Eve Nirvanis has dropped into third. Whiskey on the Rocks is behind them in fourth. That was the second last fence. Aligned the Cosmos has come across Iron Empress. They're the front two as they race on through the gap. They're heading on their way towards the last. They're getting tight as they run towards it, but Iron Empress has battled her way back to the front. She's been out-jumped by Aligned the Cosmos as they went out over it. They're neck and neck towards the line. Iron Empress digging deep on debut. The daughter of Vadamos wins this one for Finney Maguire, and Pat Doyle gets the better of Aligned the Cosmos. Whiskey on the Rocks is in third, and Eve Nirvanis was the last of 4 to finish.